When you know what's right for you, you're on your way to being a well-being. Learn how with personalised advice from Blackmores.
Welcome to this week's injury update brought to you by Blackmores. A few more little niggles, unfortunately, to report. Let's start with the skipper, who we thought was progressing well after his initial operation, but one of the small fractures that he had in the finger became detached from one of the pins that were in the top joint. Unfortunately, that meant he had to have some surgery again yesterday to put that little piece of fracture back in place. That's a further complication, and now obviously we're looking at multiple weeks for Scott. He could be back before the end of the year depending on his recovery time, but certainly we've got a few weeks ahead of us before we can give you any certainty on that, but it's certainly a setback that we didn't anticipate. Darcy Moore, good thing after all the scans, no structural issues, pretty sore boy, got a direct whack, pretty severe to the back of the head. I would suspect that given the severity of the knock that he would miss this week, but other than that we should be looking at a return to play soon after that. Trav Varco, reasonably good news too, that the elbow, yes, was dislocated. He did suffer a concussion as well, but the dislocation was able to be put back in quite quickly and without too much structural damage. He's a very sore boy, and there's a significant amount of bruising around the elbow joint. But best case scenario is he may only miss this week and then be up and about. But certainly it's not a season-ending injury. We would think that we could get back Travis as soon as 7 to 10 days potentially. James Ash and Timmy Broomhead, who both missed last week's VFL game with some slight concerns. James with a concussion should be okay this week. We expect him to train. Timmy Broomhead with some hamstring soreness. Again, he pulled out late of the VFL team last week. We would expect that Tim would be able to do some training this week and hopefully be available for selection this coming weekend. Ben Crocker also probably just missed last week with that ankle soreness. We would expect him to step up the training and hopefully put his hand up to be available for selection. Braden Sy with his foot. It's been a bit troublesome with that, slowed his progress down last week. We'll see what he can do on the track this week, but I would have him as a question mark at this stage. Thanks a lot. We'll see you again after the Adelaide game, and let's hope we've got a bit more positive news around the injury front. Thank you.